Over-the-counter drugs can affect you physically, emotionally, and the biggest one of all, mentally. Learn from this interview and spread the word about the causes and what you can do to help, because you can make a difference.
According to drugabuse.gov, doing these over-the-counter drugs can leave you with brain damage and can also leave you in coma.
In this video, you can see how drug abuse can affect you in many ways, whether it be financially, economically, socially, etc. We talked to a student who would like to be anonymous, and therefore we did not get any video. He talked to us about how drug abuse affected him and how it ruined his life. Here we have interviews from pharmacists, police officers, and counselors about what they think.
The following video was made to show the following consequences and penalties of doing over-the-counter drugs.
The counselor from the Health and Trade Academy gets on a personal level about how overdosing on these drugs can affect your health and what her initial thoughts about doing them are.
When people use drugs to cope with different problems, situations, and either it's illegal substances or it's more than what is prescribed by a physician. I mean, I just advise not to start because it is super hard to stop. You think, oh, I'm just going to do it once, or I'm just going to do it on weekends or whatever, but it ends up to be a habit that you can't stop, and it will ruin your life.
Police officer at the high school, Officer Martinez, explains to us that using these non-prescriptive drugs can have huge impacts along with penalties on you, your family, and friends.
For abusing drugs, it can go from financial penalties, where you can pay a big fine, to you can end up being in probation. A lot of people, you can see time in prison, you can see time in jail, you can pay thousands and thousands of dollars in attorney fees, court fees, but the main thing is you're destroying your life, you're destroying your body. Prescription medication, it can affect behavior. Some people, they don't even know they can't even drive when they're under the influence of drugs. They can't even walk, they can't even think. They can even do simple things as dialing 911 in case of an emergency.
In conclusion, the pharmacist from Garden City's local plaza explains that doing these drugs can affect your health and overall your life.
Prescribed medications, those are medications that are more controlled by the Drug Enforcement Agency. They are required to have a prescription or a doctor's authorization for us to give them to you. They have higher abuse potential, higher addiction potential, things of that nature. Over-the-counter items, those are, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're not as dangerous as what these medications, the prescription medications are. I mean, they still have a level of danger to them. Drug abuse can affect your health in many aspects. It can affect your health socially. It can cause you to become an outcast with the wrong crowd. It can affect you mentally. It affects, how well you do in school. It affects, your ability in everyday processes.
As seen in this video, drug abuse can have severe penalties and big consequences. From BBS TV News, I'm Alexa Garon.
And I'm Deborah Medina.